Hey everyone, have you ever been lost on a trail or in a neighborhood or some area where you've never been before? Um, Most of the time we do that by accident. A lot of times we do that by accident, but I'm going to argue that sometimes it's a good idea. And I'm noticing that just right now, which compelled me to kind of talk about it. That sometimes it's great to get lost on purpose. I mean, not in a dangerous way. You don't want to go down into obviously dangerous places that are going to compromise your safety. But, turning down a trail that, you may not have gone down before. And, what I'm figuring out right now is a lot of times in my life, I feel like I'm overwhelmed or I'm lost or I can't, think about the next place I need to go or the next direction. And what helps me is to sometimes get lost in nature, which is what I'm doing right now. This beautiful single track in the middle of San Clemente, in the middle of Orange County, where usually we think of that, but nothing but a bunch of suburbs and cookie cutter houses and McMansions all around us with no nature whatsoever. But yet here I am, because I took one direction, one turn that I wouldn't have regularly taken. And often what I find that does, which is getting lost or seeing a new perspective or looking into new ways to go, I often find what I'm looking for. And oftentimes it's not what I think the answer needs to be, but what I need to hear. Often it's just, I get an answer in my head, or at least if it's not a direct answer, it's a direction that I can go, where I can find more answers and just find a little bit of peace in that moment instead of being overwhelmed and constantly caught in my head. And the key that I'm finding right now is that I have to practice being absolutely present. And that's not an easy practice, because someone with anxiety, I find that finding presence is the hardest part, because presence is where our spirituality lives. Presence is where our peace lives. And all of that anxiety, all that depression lives in the future and the past. But if we're in a new place that is not routine, that gives us just a little bit out of our comfort zone, we have to be present. Finding that new path helps to kind of maybe provide a little bit of that clarity. Anyway, that was just a little bit of a brain dump on you this nice Saturday morning. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you find a new path that gives you a little bit of clarity, because that's what it's done for me this morning.